Faster than a speeding matzo ball. More powerful than chicken soup. It's Rabbi Rocketpower.
Not so very long ago, in a place near here,
You have arrived at your destination.
lived the Rabbi Beatrice Ann Mensch and her family dear. Her son Aaron, dad, her husband, and Purr, the talking cat from afar.
Give me a break.
This rabbi and her family, brightest of Jewish
Get
stars.
me out of here.
Whenever something went awry, Aaron told his mom. Dad checked his computer. Her would sit and
Tell someone who cares.
then the rabbi would not stand by. She'd spin and shout, "Oy vey, Rabbi Rocketpower, she will save the day. Rabbi Rocketpower, oy vey, up, up, and away."
Rabbi Rocketpower and the Mystery of the Missing Menorahs, a Hanukkah Humdinger. Written by Rabbi Susan Abramson and Aaron Dvorkin. Illustrated by Ariel Diorio. Chapter 1. Purr's First Hanukkah. Aaron couldn't wait to get home from school.
Purr.
He called excitedly as he ran into the house.
Guess what tonight is?
Don't yell. Can't you see I'm sleeping? Bubble brain?
Whined Purr. She reluctantly opened one eye from her favorite napping position, curled up in a ball on top of her living room couch.
I know. It's go soak your head in a fishbowl night.
Purr. It's going to be your first Hanukkah.
Hanukkah schmonukkah. Wake me up when it's over.
You don't even know what Hanukkah is. First of all, it lasts for 8 days.
8 days? This is gonna be one long cat nap.
Second of all, we get to make delicious potato pancakes called latkes, jelly donuts called sufganiyot.
Remind me to lick them when you're done.
Then we get to play dreidel with chocolate coins called gelt. I'll even let you borrow my favorite gold dreidel, which always lands on the letter Gimel. Then you'll be able to take all the gelt in the pot.
If it's not a pot full of catnip, I ain't interested, Buster.
Then we get to light the Hanukkah menorah. We even get to choose which color candle we want to put in each candle holder.
Don't you know I prefer it when it's dark?
Purr, I bet if you knew how we celebrate Hanukkah, you'll really like it.
Tell someone who cares.
Purr jumped off the couch, stuck her nose in the air, and pranced towards the door.
It's about a really bad cat named Antiochus.
He knew that she liked stories about bad guys.
Antiochus made the Jews leave their holy temple in Jerusalem. Then he and his army destroyed all of the beautiful things inside.
Really?
Antiochus sent his army all over Israel to tell the Jews to stop being Jewish. But when they got to a town called Modin, Judah and the Maccabees wouldn't bow down and they began to fight for their rights.
I always love a good fight. Keep going.
Well, after a long time, the Maccabees and their followers beat Antiochus' army and got back to their holy temple. After they cleaned it up, some people say they lit a little jar of oil, which miraculously burned for 8 days. Others say after they cleaned up the temple, the Jews celebrated Sukkot for 8 days, since that was their most important holiday. That's why we celebrate for 8 days. That's why we eat food fried in oil. That's why we call the holiday Hanukkah, because it means rededication in Hebrew. Isn't that great?
I can't believe that dude Antiochus lost. There's no way I'm going to celebrate a holiday about that.
Purr. I forgot to tell you the best part. We get presents after we light the candles. And I got you something special.
We'll see how special it is, Laka Breath.
Chapter 2. Got menorahs? Rabbi Mensch called from her study upstairs.
Aaron, could you please take the menorah down from the mantel and put it on the dining room table? It's almost time to light the candles.
Aaron grabbed a chair and brought it over to the fireplace. He reached up over the wooden ledge and felt around right in the middle, where he knew the menorah was always kept. But he couldn't find it.
Very funny, Mom. Where did you hide it?
What are you talking about? It's right where it always is.
No, it isn't.
Aaron insisted. At that moment, Purr walked by and Aaron guessed what must have happened.
Purr, can you give me back the menorah, please?
What would I do with some dumb old menorah?
That's not nice.
The phone rang. It was Aaron's friend Adam from up the street.
What? You can't find your Hanukkah menorah either? I'll call you back in a second.
The phone rang again.
No, we don't have an extra menorah.
He told Zoe, who lived around the corner.
You can't find yours either?
Suddenly, a dazzling bright light beamed through the kitchen window. The light was coming from the woods behind his house. He jumped when he heard a terrible screeching noise that sounded like a loud drill.
I'll get back to you, Zoe.
Aaron called Adam.
Get over here quick. Everyone's menorahs are missing, and something really weird is happening in the woods. I know it's getting dark, but bring your sunglasses, and I'll need your walkie-talkie too.
Okay, but only for a minute. I don't want to miss getting my Hanukkah presents.
Purr, where are you? I need your help.
Don't bother me. I'm trying to chase an ant.
Forget it.
He grabbed his binoculars, sunglasses, and walkie-talkie and headed out the back door. Chapter 3. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a litter box. Adam was in Aaron's backyard in a minute. They put on their sunglasses and climbed Aaron's double-decker treehouse. Aaron looked through the binoculars. He couldn't believe what he saw. There was a bunch of little furry creatures, slightly smaller than a cat, slightly larger than a rat, with arms and legs just like people. They were using a blowtorch and drills to attach upside-down menorahs to the bottom of a weird-looking object. It looked like a flying saucer, but it had a huge box on top, and the box was full of little pebbles. The invaders were making strange squeaky noises, which sounded like they were talking to each other. Adam grabbed the binoculars.
What in the world?
He gulped as an unpleasant odor made its way into his nostrils.
Is that a spaceship or a litter box?
Aaron croaked, grabbing back the binoculars.
It looks like a humongous litter box, but I see a door on the side with a ladder leading to the ground. It must be a litter box spaceship. Yuck! Adam, take your walkie-talkie and sneak it over there so we can hear what they're saying.
Adam jumped down from the treehouse, held his nose, and began to run on his tiptoes towards the spaceship. Chapter 4. Give me that menorah. At that moment, Aaron heard a car drive into his driveway. It was his father coming home from work.
Perfect timing.
He jumped off the treehouse and ran down to greet him.
Dad, a bunch of little gray furry creatures stole everyone's Hanukkah and are using them to fix their spaceship in the woods behind our house. We need you to help us translate what they're saying.
Sounds pretty crazy. I'm exhausted. Can't you get your mother to help you? And what's all that noise about?
He was so tired from a long day at work that he hadn't completely realized what Aaron had said. He certainly didn't connect it with the racket that was coming from the backyard.
But Dad, Mom is busy getting the Hanukkah presents ready. We can't interrupt her, please.
Before Dad had the chance to refuse, Aaron grabbed his arm and led him from the driveway to the backyard. When Dad looked into the woods, he finally realized that something bizarre really was happening. He climbed the treehouse, which was no easy feat.
This is unbelievable. It looks like they're aliens whose spaceship broke and they're trying to use menorahs as rockets to get back to their planet. And what is that smell?
He grimaced, fanning the odor away from his nose. Just then, Adam ran back.
Okay, I turned on my walkie-talkie. Turn yours on so we can hear what they're saying.
As soon as Aaron switched on his walkie-talkie, they heard a high, squeaky voice shouting,
Meow, me, meow, meow driver. Meow, 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 mix, miz, ming.
What? What kind of language is that?
I'll power up my computer and see what I can find.
Just as he began to search his extraterrestrial sources, a squirrel ran by, followed closely by Purr.
Huh? Menorahs?
Purr stopped in her tracks and cocked her head to one side.
I can't believe those nincompoops are here! I just heard on Cat TV that a Menorah spaceship from the planet Catastrophia made an emergency landing on Earth because they were going out for milk and ran out of gas. All they need to do is get more fuel, but those numbskulls think their rockets are broken. They are so dumb that they built their spaceship with a litter box on top so they wouldn't smell up the cabin when they need to use the bathroom. It never occurred to those doofuses that they would have to walk out into space in order to use it. That's the stupidest.
Purr, stop calling them names. That's so not nice. Can you just tell us what they are saying?
Okay. One of them just told another one to give him a screwdriver so he can fix that thing. Everyone knows you can't fix a spaceship with a screwdriver, and the dumb thing isn't even broken.
Well, they obviously think they can use Hanukkah menorahs as rockets.
Figures. Only a Menorah would think of something as bird-brained as that.
What are we gonna do? I need my menorah back or we won't be able to light the candles.
Chapter 5. Rabbi Rocketpower to the rescue. At that moment, Rabbi Mensch walked down the stairs to the kitchen.
Aaron, where are you? What's causing that terrible racket?
She shouted, shielding her eyes from the beams of light.
Mom!
Aaron cried. He ran over and told her the whole story.
I'll let you take it from here.
Moaned Dad as he hobbled past her into the house.
I've got a plan. Get Purr to act as a decoy. You and Adam get ready to catch the Menorahs. I'll take care of the rest.
Aaron knew what would happen next. His mother would transform herself into the courageous Rabbi Rocketpower, able to wipe out evil wherever she finds it, able to make bad guys turn good with a flick of her mighty yad, able to make peace where there is war with a single blast of her trusty chauffeur. She shouted as she zoomed into the air.
Oy vey! Up and away! Rabbi Rocketpower will save the day!
Quick!
Aaron whispered to Purr.
Go over there and distract those meow rats.
What's in it for me, donut breath?
I won't be able to give you the special present I got you if we can't light the Hanukkah menorah.
All right.
Purr grumbled. She walked into the woods and meowed in her most sugary, sweet voice.
Mew meows mew may. Me meow meow nosy. I wish I knew what she was saying.
I figured it out. I think she said, who wants to play Ring Around the Rosie?
That's not going to work. They're not going to stop fixing their spaceship to play a children's game.
But at that moment, they heard a lot of voices shouting,
Me! Then follow me, furballs!
Aaron and Adam heard a loud rustling noise as a lot of little feet scurried after Purr to a neighbor's backyard. While Purr tried to get the meow rats to stand in a circle and hold paws, Rabbi Rocketpower swooped down next to the spaceship. She filled the gas tank, grabbed the menorahs, and shot back up into the sky. Suddenly, Aaron and Adam heard a voice crying,
Look out below!
They looked up, just in time to catch the menorahs of 8 Jewish families who lived on the street.
Hooray, our menorahs! Now we can celebrate Hanukkah!
The meow rats heard the boys shout. They looked at each other and said,
Meow, meow, meow.
and ran screaming back to their spaceship.
I didn't want to play with you harebrains anyway.
Purr huffed as she stuck her nose into the air and pranced back to the house. Adam grabbed his Hanukkah and ran home. Just as Aaron finished saying goodbye to his friend, he was nearly knocked to the ground by a tremendous roar of what sounded like an enormous car turning on its engine, followed by a blinding flash of light. He looked up just in time to see the spaceship shoot into the sky, leaving in its wake a huge trail of very stinky smoke.
Yuck, that's so disgusting!
Now that's what I call a Hanukkah candle.
Smiled Rabbi Mensch, who suddenly appeared by his side. Aaron realized that she also must have had the superpower to turn off her sense of smell. Chapter 6. A perfectly happy Hanukkah. As Rabbi Mensch prepared the sufganiyot and latkes, and both Purr and Dad took much-needed naps, Aaron returned the menorahs to their rightful owners. He didn't quite know what to say when each family asked how he had ended up with their menorah. He figured no one would believe that a bunch of aliens tried to use them as rockets for their spaceship. Aaron ran home as quickly as he could so the Mensch family could light the candles on their menorah say the blessings, and exchange presents.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah.
Aaron got a Rocketpower Junior outfit with a big blue A on it. Dad got a super decoder software for his computer. Mom got a super light Torah commentary so she could study Torah while she was flying through the air on her missions. Everyone waited anxiously to see what would happen when Purr opened her present.
Ugh! What's this?
She complained as she clawed off the wrapping paper and saw a rubber mouse.
I'm out of here!
When she batted it away with her paw, it screamed,
Ouch! That hurt!
She grabbed the mouse and ran into the other room. Everyone laughed as Purr yelled at the mouse. After the family played dreidel, they sat down to eat their sufganiyot for dessert. Suddenly, Purr appeared and put her new mouse on an empty plate.
Well, I got my dessert, bubs. Let's eat!
Rabbi Mensch chuckled and said,
Hanukkah is the holiday when we think about how our ancestors saved Judaism in the temple in Jerusalem. We say, Nes Gadol Haya Sham, a great miracle happened there. After saving the Menorahs, returning everyone's Hanukkahot, and finding a toy which is finally up to Purr's high standards, we can truly say, as they say in Israel, Nes Gadol Haya Po, a great miracle happened here.
Rabbi Rocketpower, oy vey, up, up,